daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle,
seconds. Hello and welcome into the Auburn Blitz, brought to you by Russell Dewitt Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and
Cincy Green for air that's cool and clean.
I won't take that away from you anymore. I'm going to let you do that one from now on. You enjoy that. Hey, we were at a draft party last night. I want to thank Travis Wisdom for the invite to that over at Baumhauer's and Kevin Tudhope. We call him Tud. It was a big group there, big crowd there.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it. Caught up with some of the Cincy Green guys. But again, adding some more partners. And we are live on location. If you're wondering, like, where are they at? What's going on? We are at Lake Martin Grocery here, just down from Dadeville, Alabama, on Highway 49. It is lake season unofficially. Really, I guess people like to say lake season starts from Memorial Day, but around here it just keeps getting further up into April because the weather has been really good. The lake is full now, and more people are gravitating toward it, trying to make the most of it as they can. So just a really awesome place to be in this area. And Lake Martin Grocery is awesome. They needed a place like this for all the residents up and down this road and all the neighborhoods. And now it's very convenient, but it's top of the line stuff, Faith. It's not just like some hole in the wall. This is a really cool grocery store.
Yeah, we walked in here about a month ago, and when we were walking up and down the aisles, I was looking at Brett. I said, these prices are amazing. Because normally when you go to the grocery store up by the lake or at the beach or something,
it's gonna be jacked
they
up.
Jack all the prices up. But the
Not
prices here are awesome. And of course, we're going to talk about the hospitality and the staff and everything.
Right.
Everyone here is so nice and awesome. So makes it even better.
Yeah, it does. Again, I think you said it. I mean, especially a niche grocery store like this, you would expect prices to be skyrocketed, but it's not. It's extremely affordable. They've got all the top of the line things that you need. They got fresh produce here, so you don't want for anything here. So they can take care of everything you need here, and we're glad to be partnered up with them with our On the Road for now in the foreseeable future. I mean, yeah, last week we were at JR's. What a huge crowd was at JR's for lunch, and that's usually the norm. I wasn't surprised by that, but we're going to be floating around to a lot of different places and partnering up. It's going to be a lot of fun for us. We enjoy being on the road and being at these different venues.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of fun. And again, we get to go out and meet a lot of great people throughout it. And yeah, I mean, I'm just watching some golf in the back over here.
I mean, tough day at the office, right?
It really is.
Tough day at the office. Well,
Lucy thinks so too.
Yeah, and the sidekick Lucy is here with us. So Lucy travels most everywhere.
She kicked her leg out. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll give you a helicopter here in just a little bit as well. As you can see, yep. Got my Tampa stuff on last night. The NFL draft. We'll go over that. Unfortunately for Auburn, nobody to be found in the first round, and that's a trend now that's been going on for 5 years, all the way back to 2020. So
a long 5 years.
A long 5 years. It's been a long 5 years.
It's been a hard 5 years.
Period for Auburn football when you look at it. But yeah, again, 5 years, nobody in the first round. Have had several drafted, but when you look at the opponents Auburn has to play on a year in and year out basis and what they've been able to produce and the number of quality players they're putting in the NFL draft, it's really not hard to see why the record is what it is. The teams we've been playing have just been better, period. And we haven't helped ourselves with some of the things that we've done. But when you look at Georgia and you look at Alabama and you want to go back to when we were playing LSU, look at LSU and some of those teams, I mean, you can't argue. They just are putting more players in the draft. They got a better development program.
It's insane to say that we've kept up with some of those programs against playing them and actually been able to be in the game with them, with how
the discrepancy in the talent.
Yeah. So
well, I think that I don't think we ever finished talking about that on the podcast this morning. You know, to have the lead a couple of years ago in the Alabama game and it take them to throw a fourth down pass in the end zone, which I hate to even bring that up. But for them, if you look at their roster comparable to ours 2 years ago, wasn't even close.
Right.
Georgia, the same way, really took Brock Bowers, you know, having a phenomenal final drive to win that game for Georgia.
Right.
And their rosters were so much heavier with 5-star and 4-star guys than ours. So we ran off a stat. We'll pull that one up here again too on how the star ratings from high school directly correlate to guys getting drafted. And numbers don't lie. As much as I don't really like math a lot, I never liked math in school, numbers really are what they are. They don't lie. And so I think it was 82 or 3%?
81%, I thought.
81% of, and we'll dive into that here. We'll pull it up here in just a minute. But somewhere in the low 80s, you're either a 5 or 4-star guy. Got drafted last night in the first round. So talk about some of I know we pulled up the number of draft picks, most NFL draft picks by team since 2000, Faith. Who's at the top of that list?
Would you believe it, with Ohio State at 167?
167 guys drafted since 2000. So in the last 25 years.
I would believe it.
I would too. And then, of course, Emeka Egbuka gets drafted by the Bucs last night. So I was fine with that.
Yeah.
Got a quality wide receiver in the first round. But again, that's an astonishing number. But guess who's right behind him?
Alabama with 164. So, again, it's insane to say that we've been able to, in some of the games,
right,
be able to keep up with them and with their talent. And so Georgia following behind them with 157.
Nick Saban era is over. And Kalen DeBoer, look, won 9 games, didn't make the playoffs, didn't compete for the SEC championship. We talk about Hugh Freeze being under pressure this year. He's definitely under pressure. Billy Napier. We can go down the list, but Kalen DeBoer is under pressure in year 2.
Especially by the Alabama fans.
Absolutely.
Like,
no
just
question.
Knowing that he didn't accomplish what, every coach in, I guess, program history, or not history, but
well, he actually the star in his crown is he won 9 games in his first year.
Yeah, but
he didn't,
without making the
postseason.
So
I think that's probably the biggest knock is that they expanded to 12 teams and they didn't make it
with 9 wins. That's right. Crazy.
But Alabama and Ole Miss were kind of in the same boat. They were, right there on the verge. If you don't lose to Vanderbilt, if you're Alabama, if you don't lose to Kentucky, if you're Ole Miss, you're in the playoffs. And but you did, and it kept you out. Now, we talked about this last week, or earlier this week. I can't remember when it was, but the meetings in Dallas, I think, were this week on the college football playoffs. And there's several different things that are going into play that are going to determine who makes the playoffs moving forward and who doesn't. And I know one of the crazy things that was brought up was TV ratings. It's just wild to me, the things that are being talked about and the things that are being, I guess, considered to who makes the college football playoff. And again, when you expanded to 12, you were trying to get the 12 best teams in the playoffs. But
for having it be the TV ratings able to decide, I feel like that has to do with just so much of how the media world is changing. And I mean, you think about it, for a lot of people, they're streaming how many games at once because they've got that. But then you also think about the bars that have how many people watching in there.
Tons.
And watch parties at people's houses. You're not.
How do you count that?
So that's where I'm. How can that be
considered, or how does that come into play?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I know that those numbers can probably be a little bit deceiving, but I mean, they're just going to have to go off, rating share, and it's a no-brainer that the SEC and the Big Ten dominate the airwaves.
Right.
So it's not complaining from our part, because we're going to have maybe an unfair advantage. Let's be honest about it. But you got the ACC, who is dying, and the Pac-12 that's already dead, that's gone. So then you only have the Big 12 left. So it's going to be skewed toward the Big Ten and the SEC. And I think we all knew that that's the direction of college football. The bigger name programs, it was a bidding war, and it was a race to see who you could go grab. The SEC goes and gets Texas and Oklahoma, and then the Big Ten answers, and they go get USC, and they go get Oregon, and they go add all these teams. So it's really outside of a few, and the ACC and the Big 12 has been consolidated down to two conferences. It's a battle between two conferences.
It is. And we were talking about it a little bit last night about how, what is this, a minor league now?
Right.
Of the NFL. Crazy.
Well, let's just look at the NFL draft picks, and actually we'll save this for the next segment here. I know we'll have Eric come up here because we wanted to talk to him about this awesome place that we're in, and we love being on location. But I want to go back, and we didn't go down the list, but the most draft picks since 2000, where are most of the teams? What conference is most of the teams in? Well, they're in the SEC and the Big Ten.
Yep.
So we're going to run that down here in just a second. But we are up against our first break here for the TV side of things. Again, here on location at Lake Martin Grocery on Highway 49, just down from Dayville, right here beside the gates of Stillwaters. Make sure if you're in this area, you come out. This place is awesome, and we're glad to be partnered up with them. We're going to take our first break. Stay tuned. More of the Auburn Blitz coming up right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard, Montgomery, or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Here they come. Truckloads of fresh inventory to Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV known for its safety, technology, and performance, is discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy. No payments until July. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz here, brought to you by Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, J. Smith Construction and Excavation, and Sensa Green. We are at Lake Martin Grocery here on Highway 49, just outside of Davil, right outside the gates of Stillwaters. You can hear people coming in and getting the carts right now, and that's been going off the whole time we've been here.
It is. It's been busy. So we've got a great group for sure, and the community is just phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. Mark just commented he loves Lake Martin Grocery. This place is awesome. And Tony, I'll get to your comment here in just a minute about TJ Finley. I mean, that guy's, I think he's on a college tour. He's trying to go to see if he can set the Guinness record for playing for the most teams in the country. But Eric, we're glad that you welcomed us and we partner with you here. And, you know, once a month, we're going to be somewhere. We won't necessarily be here at the grocery store, but I think we got something planned. You're going to have to help me out next month.
Yeah.
I mean, you leave me hanging down here at the hair salon with Faith and Tess. Okay. So, but unfortunately, everybody missed me and him racing on the carts in here. We took a couple laps around. We really didn't, but we pondered it for a minute.
We did. It was a good idea.
You think it would draw some attention if we sold some tickets to that? People come watch that.
They'd watch it.
Like two grandpas going around in circles in here. But anyway, just tell everybody about the vision of Lake Martin Grocery and what made you decide you're not a grocery guy. You were like, I remember you telling me like, man, I don't know anything about grocery stores.
Nothing at all. We just felt like there was a need to build it. And we were lucky enough we did. We've got phenomenal people that work down here. Everyone brags about how courteous the staff is. They're just great people.
That's extremely important in any business, really, is the customer service.
Yeah, no doubt. And then we just finished the cart path. So we built a cart path from Stillwaters to the grocery store. We've added lights, added the concrete, but now people can actually come from inside Stillwaters and never touch 49, so they can drive the golf cart back and forth. So
wow,
it was a huge addition. So
well, all of this has developed so much, and I know you're a big part of everything that's being developed, but there's other people that are developing things up and down this highway. This is really becoming a major thoroughfare, and it's a very accessible place to Auburn. And I know a lot of our audience that lives and works in Auburn, they may vacation on the lake, and they know all about the different restaurants up and down through here with Oscars and Niffers and everything. But the Prime Steakhouse, you took that over, and man, what a this place was not just this area, but the whole County was starved for a true steakhouse here.
Exactly. We got really lucky. You know, Amy Young, she is phenomenal, the general manager there. And then our chef, Brian Cosby, you know, he is just.
He may be one of the best, seriously.
Without a doubt. So I put Prime up against any steakhouse just because of the people that we have. So they are, like I said, fantastic for sure.
And you guys are still working on finishing things up there. We did some remodeling there. You're going to have, are y'all going to have outdoor seating?
We are, yeah. We got some big events coming up this year, live music and so forth. We just added oysters 2 weeks ago.
Talk about that. How many did y'all go through?
To 1,500 oysters the first weekend. And that's just Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night.
Getting those things shipped in fresh. Yeah. So, again, you can't go wrong. I've been to Prime probably 4 times now, and I've had something different. Every time I go, I can't get the pork chop, though. Yeah. You know, when they came and did the show that time, and they brought Brian, and they brought all that stuff, and look, the steak's great, the pasta's great, all the different things. But the pork chop, I'm like, man, I can't wait to have another one. I've been 4 times there, and I can't get the dadgum pork chop, man. What's going on?
Yeah, you got to get there. You got to get there. So we sell out every Saturday night.
Wow. Yeah. So I'm telling you, I guess you need to go camp out. I guess that's what I'm gonna need to do to get a pork chop again from Prime. But here at the grocery store and the developments, talk about Stillwaters too, because we're gonna be out there some throughout the summer. You really put a lot of time and effort into trying to get that golf course back to a premier place for people to come and travel and play.
They've done a phenomenal job just getting it back. The greens look good, the course looks good. Our ratings, everything's up on that. And so it's just a great community. Everyone down here has been so supportive. Stillwaters is turning around. It's a great place to be, and people realizing it's only 20 minutes to Auburn. So they're realizing you can move to Stillwaters, live in there. I think there's close to 200 new homes being built or about to be built.
Wow.
So it's really grown.
It's a happening place. And, again, remember back in the heyday of Stillwaters, we had 2 courses, and, they built the one that's active now. And I've seen the transformation in the short amount of time and the hard work that you got. And look, again, that's a major undertaking to go back and redo those greens and get those things. When we passed by the other day, that's the first thing that popped to me was how good those greens looked. And I remember how bad they did. They looked.
Yeah, it was in rough shape, and it's a crash course. We didn't know anything about the grocery store, didn't know anything about the restaurant, didn't know anything about the golf course. So
just take a stab at it, guys. Say if you want to just dive into something, come talk to this man. He'll just tell you to just take the leap, right?
That's it. Just jump.
So
we did get some exciting news. And
okay,
Ace Hardware is coming right here on 49 in the next year. So it's
awesome.
It's about
now
to
you
take
gave me a little bit of a hint of that. Yeah. Is everybody good at home?
It's not me. It's not me.
I remember you were like, if I take on one more thing, I may be outcast of my house. But that's awesome. So I didn't know that. So that is another development right here on 49.
It is. So it's about to expand, about to grow.
There's really not much around this area that you long for now. You don't have to travel, in a long distance either way to go get groceries, to go get anything that you're looking for. So
we got the top-notch dentist. We got an amazing doctor's office right here. So everything in this strip mall is its own really little city.
It's kind of been its own little town, like you said. Well, Eric, it's always, you've been partnered with us for a long time, and we appreciate, what you do and for our programming and being bought in with us. And we're looking forward to this rotation. Again, I'm going to hold you to it, man. You can't leave me hanging next week. Next month.
Both of us may get a little.
We might get a little color put in. I need it. I told you when it was more pepper than salt, I was fine with it. I've never been a big salt guy anyway. Now it's more salt than pepper. Something got to change. So, and then, people are going to walk in and say, hey, did you die? I'm like, you dang right I did, because I'm tired of looking at this white stuff coming up. So, Eric, appreciate you, man, so much. Always, hey, congratulations on all your establishments and everything you got going on. Thank you for letting us come in here and do the Auburn Blitz. And again, we're going to be back next month at Tessa's place, and we're actually going to be here twice because before I let you go, talk about the event that's coming up next month. Is it May 19th?
May 21st.
May 21st.
May 21st. So May 21st, it's going to be a big day. Backyard Dreams is opening up. That's their grand opening. They're going to have Riley Green here, so he'll be here signing autographs, and then they'll also have Coach Rich Rodriguez. He'll be here as well. So it's going to be a huge, huge day.
Riley Green, folks.
Yeah.
Riley Green. So come out and man, the outdoor kitchen out here is unbelievable. And he's building samples inside the shop, so you can come in there and shop and look and see what you want at your house. So
Exactly.
I can envision myself, man, with that at my house in the fall outside.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit. I'm glad it's getting hotter. I don't want to go back to cool weather, but if I'm going to go back to that, I can see myself sitting out there on a cool fall night and having a fire, and it's just an awesome place.
So he's going to do a great job for sure.
Oh, absolutely. So come check it out down 49 right here. Like we said, we're at Lake Martin Grocery today, but Stillwater's area, all the different restaurants, just so much to do up and down. And then didn't even mention real quick, Lucky Craft Bottle Company. Shop.
State of the art. So the top.
That is a cool place.
It is. Annie does a great job. She's got the most advanced technology I've seen.
Absolutely. So, well, Eric, appreciate you, brother. We're going to take another break here on TV. So everybody stay tuned. More of the Auburn Blitz coming up right after this.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. Visit sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout Central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz here halfway through our program. We are on location at Lake Martin Grocery on Highway 49 here in just down from Dayville, just outside of Stillwater's here. Just had Eric McKinley on. Glad to have him talk about the vision of why this came about and all the different things they've got going on, the projects and stuff. But another partner here on the program that we love is Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. And as we were just talking off the TV side, Faith really loves steak, and that board they bring out to us while we're doing the show, I mean, that's hard. That's torture, man.
It is. It's really, really hard to actually have a conversation while
you and Coach Pruitt.
Yeah, while there's steak and just a board full of red meat right in front of me. So that was probably one of the most challenging things I've had to conquer, to say the least, with this job. This job, there's not that many hard things, but that one right there.
That's pretty tough.
That was hard for me.
And the smell of all the great food that they bring out. And so Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine on East Glen in Auburn, or in Pepper Tree in Montgomery, Kathy and Kim and everybody that's associated with them. Of course, Paula, we give a shout out to Paula every time. Do a great job, and full selection of wine, full selection of any type of side dish or casserole. You had some of that this weekend?
I did. I had some of the casseroles and the twice baked potatoes. So glad my parents sent me home with the leftovers of that because they were actually gone that same night.
Inhaled.
Yeah, I can confirm. And the bread there that they have is fresh. And
what's not good there? But anyway, Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine, check them out. Partnered up with them too. Always glad to be on location when we're there at their place. So check them out. Great people, great stuff. Jeff, I don't want to leave Jeff out back there in the back cooking and getting all the stuff prepared. He and Kathy have been together for a long time. So go check them out. All right, a little bit
of she's getting married tomorrow.
Is it this weekend?
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Well, congratulations again to Kathy. I knew it was close, but I didn't know exactly the date, and so Kathy's is getting married, and so
congratulations.
There you go.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
I didn't know exactly what weekend it was.
It's so tomorrow.
Awesome.
Yay.
Congratulations. Love Kathy and hope everything goes well. It's like the weather's going to be really nice.
Yeah.
So that's a positive thing. All right. So
beautiful day outside today.
Oh man, it's gorgeous.
Just out there. Well, it's hot though.
It's going to be a scorcher for sure coming up this summer. All right. So to try to look at some info and what's happened with Auburn football. Rico Walker, the tight end transfer from Maryland, played in 4 games last year, appears to be getting in the portal. So again, that was a position that we talked about with Brandon Frazier, that
maybe being able to add some depth and some experience and stuff.
I think Rebel Yale just said it perfectly. Very strategic. Faith talking about red meat, make the algorithm explode. We grew up on Pepper Tree, being from Montgomery. Try the loaded baked potatoes if you haven't. There you go. Rebel Yale with a little promo there of Pepper Tree, and we're glad that he jumped in there. The loaded baked potato, they're all great. Everything there is great. But, all right, getting back to Rico, again, maybe right here at the very end, and we had just talked about we just talked about how Auburn had really survived the portal and not had a lot of people get in the portal.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you know, we didn't see him too much at all last season. So, not that I think it won't be a big part losing him, but I think it probably, we could definitely add another piece there even before.
Well, once you're in the portal, you're in the
he's-
portal. It's just
Yeah.
when the portal cuts off, it means you can't get in anymore. So when the portal closes, you can't get in. If you're already in the portal, so Auburn can go out if they feel like they need to add another person in that tight end room, they
Do
will.
you think that they do, especially after losing him now?
I mean, I think
Brandon Frazier was just hurt a lot last year. And
well, he's been hurt a lot in his career.
I just
So,
hope that he can stay healthy because, again,
all right, from a depth chart situation, I mean, you got Preston Howard, who is a redshirt junior, backing him up, and then of course Tate Johnson, who moved over from the offensive line.
but I still just feel like that's
Yep, he said that Rico got pushed out. Revelio said Rico pushed out. I think we'll put Perry in that spot. You talking about Perry Thompson?
I
don't know that I didn't see him work with tight ends at all in the spring.
I think Tate Johnson being there, again, that's just, he's not a veteran in that position. He doesn't have very much experience.
Right.
He might have done it in high school, but that's, again, you don't have the same collegiate experience where it's just not the same. So that's why I think going out and finding somebody in the portal would.
Now, I will say this, and I haven't really thought about it. If you were to take a guy, one of those bigger receivers, and slide them into that position to get them on the field, in addition to those wide receivers, it might not be a bad idea if they could pull that off. I'm not saying that's going to happen.
He'd be good at blocking in that position as a tight end, but I don't know.
Yep. And again, there's various ways, and like Rebel said, there's ways to use the tight end. And we haven't done a really good job of using the tight ends. I mean, I know Rivaldo Fairweather last year was, he's hit and miss, but we haven't done as good a job probably as we should have or could have, no doubt about it. All right, we're up against another break here on the program. We'll stay up, obviously, on YouTube and Facebook and all of our streams. So stay tuned. More to come here on the Auburn Blitz right after this.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bugs Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bugs Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bugs Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bugsisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for
for life.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area. Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Couple segments left in the show today. We'll stay up live a little while longer after the show goes off. We want to continue to interact with some of you out there. Want to add some comments, but again, our program brought to you by Russell Do It Center and Building Supply Stores, J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation, and Sensagreen.
For air that's cool and clean, call them Sensagreen.
And so we're glad to have them partnered with us. Glad to be here at Lake Martin Grocery and our own the road tour that started last week at JR's. We've been on the road on Fridays most of the time, sometimes Thursdays, sometimes some other opportunities, depending on what promotions are going on at certain businesses. But we're going to be traveling most of the time now and being out. So come and frequent these places. We appreciate their support of our show, and in turn, we want to reciprocate that and fill their businesses up. And this has been a nonstop. I mean, it's been nonstop since we've been here.
Yeah, it has been, and everyone's nice here too.
That even makes it even better.
The customers, the staff, employees, everybody.
All that. All right, so let's talk some golf. And just an update on the overall. Auburn minus 38. I think the round is over now. I'm not 100% sure, but minus 38 to win the stroke championship part of the deal. And LSU at minus 29. LSU had actually taken the lead today early when we were doing the podcast, but we remember we said there's plenty of time. Yep. Here's one of the reasons why Auburn overtook LSU. Sophomore Jackson Coyven birdied 5 of the last 6 holes, Kate.
Yep, and we've talked about how he's just all year, this year and last year, he was just a dog. He was so talented, or is so talented. And the last person to become back-to-back winning SEC titles was Phil Hancock in 1976. And so Oregon is now the second, I guess.
That's right. Players win multiple SEC titles. not very many. Like you said, Phil Hancock from Florida back in 75, 76.
But that's back-to-back.
That's back-to-back, right.
This is just multiple.
That's exactly right. Phil Hancock, the last back-to-back, but then there's been a handful of guys to win it twice, but then Jackson Coyven, as a freshman and sophomore, to do what he's done. I mean, this guy's unbelievable. And so he wins the individual SEC title in the stroke play. Now we had to match play, and Auburn will try to repeat from that last year as well. So looking forward to that. But Coach Kleiner and that group, just so much fun to be around. Such a good group of guys.
They are.
And they're kicking everybody's tail. There's no other way to spin it. So congratulations to them. I know they've still got work to do tomorrow and Sunday, but we'll be watching that. You can tune that in and watch that live stream, probably on the Golf Channel. I believe that's where it was last time.
I think so, yeah.
It may be on the SEC Network as well. We'll try to get a schedule of that before we go off the air for everybody, so you can watch that. But the top 8 move on to match play. Auburn obviously will be leading that charge as the 1 seed going into match play tomorrow.
Yep.
What a comeback this morning, though, after LSU surged yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, when I was talking to Brandon, he told us that when he wasn't playing that well, Coach Kleiner would make sure that the bullies know that they're not playing up to their full potential. And I think the way that he does it is a good way of encouragement, and not to tell the kids that they're not doing well, but to tell them that, hey, you've got more potential than this. You can go out there and turn it around. You're the one that makes the decisions for yourself. So Coach Kleiner, we really like him, and think
he's
that
been
he's
a big friend of our program since day one. Big supporter, and again, we appreciate what he does for us. And man, he has built a tremendous program. And when we were at the golf facility, that place is awesome.
Oh my gosh, it's so nice. They've got some of the most, I feel like, advanced techniques of different things all in there. And so, we love going over there, and hopefully
They're gonna let you hit a shot next time?
I don't know if they want me to.
Why not?
I don't know.
Could be the hidden gem over there. So, but if they could only see your video that I've got from Bunkers, that would be.
My shoulder will come out, and it'll be more power, though. I think
That's exactly right.
I've got a rotation.
Add that leverage on there. So
there you go.
So again, we'll pass that along to you guys here in a little bit. Try to look up a TV schedule, a streaming schedule for that. Ed said it's absolutely amazing when you have the best players, how the outcome seems to work out. War Damn Eagle, AU Golf, absolutely. It's all about players. We'll go back to the NFL draft, and we're going to go take our last break here in just a second. But we'll finish on the NFL draft. And Ed's right, it's kind of been the theme of the day.
Yeah.
The best players correlate to wins on the field and correlate to going on and being the best pros. Yeah. And there's no secret there to that. But again, IU Golf has been on fire for 2 years, and they're continuing that streak. Hopefully they can finish out in match play. But going back to kind of Ed's point in football, Faith, I'll let you read that out again.
Yeah, from just last night, there were 11 5-stars and 15 4-stars. Wow. And then 4 3-stars and 2 non-rated. And this is by 24/7. So 81.3% of players drafted tonight. So of blue chip players. So
in the first round.
In the first round, or last night, I guess. But yeah, that's good job on 24/7's part for sure.
Yeah, because they take pride in trying to evaluate and see what the ranking should be. So they got 81% of the people drafted last night were either a 4 or 5-star player.
And it's all about getting those guys to make your team better and be able to win some games. And that's been kind of a hard time for Auburn to win some games and have some guys drafted in the first round.
Absolutely.
So,
and we'll talk about that coming up. We'll finish up with a little NFL draft talk, and then maybe the future. If you didn't see the podcast this morning, who we think was on Gary Harris's show in Tuscaloosa a little bit earlier this morning, and I got asked that question of who we think the next first round will be for Auburn. So we've got our take on that. So we'll come back and we'll talk about that as well. All right, one final segment coming up here on the Auburn Blitz, live on location at Lake Martin Grocery.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz here on the final segment of the show. And we'll be up here live a little bit longer online on YouTube and Facebook and our streams as we come to you live from Lake Martin Grocery's. Place is awesome.
Yep, people are filtering in and out.
As you can hear from the buggies.
Yeah, it has stayed consistently busy, but yeah, it's a great place over here. And Eric was, nice enough to let us come come here and shoot the show. And yeah, it's awesome.
It is. Again, just kind of recapping. If you didn't see, Auburn Golf wins the stroke part of the SEC championship, and they'll move into match play as the number 1 seed. Jackson Coyven wins the individual title again for the second consecutive year.
Yep.
So really, really, really awesome for them to have lost the lead this morning to LSU. And then to come back and take it over and then win, really kind of just going away at -38, and then LSU at -29. So, all right, the teams that make it in are obviously Auburn, LSU, Tech. Good.
I mean,
so if it's, I think it's done that way. I'll double check and make sure. We got time to look at that. All right, draft last night. Unfortunately, again, we've said this. I hate to belabor the point, but Auburn, nobody in the first round. So who's the first guy off the board for Auburn? It'd probably Jaquez Hunter or KLS.
probably,
I would say one of those two guys.
I would think so. I think it'd be Jarquez, and I just think he was such a good part of our season last year that we really needed, and
right.
He's going to be one of those guys that can go and succeed in the NFL too, because that's also an important part. We talked about Eugene Asante and how he was such a important piece of our defense last year and the last 2 years, but his size is not playing into his favor.
No,
in where he would play in the NFL. So I think that's something that's going to be tough.
Well, you know, one thing I talked about on Gary's show this morning out of Tuscaloosa is that he brings a positivity to the locker room and an effort. And even though he might be with the intangibles, which the NFL to me really kind of goes overboard sometimes on, and you got to be the prototypical size for this position or this position. Some guys we've seen like Sam Mills in the past, an undersized linebacker, come in and just have a long career. I think Eugene has the work ethic and the drive to be that kind of player. And I think once he makes a team and finds his fit, could probably have a long NFL career.
Yeah, I'd say healthy.
Yeah,
that's also important.
Of course, that's always the most important part. But yeah, and then Jalen Crawford is the only other one I think that would have a chance. So you're looking at 4 guys for Auburn that would have a chance to be drafted. I think the last 2 would probably be late. They'd be 6th or 7th round if they were. I think KLS and Jarquez have an opportunity to go 4th or 5th round, somewhere in that range. I think KLS is a prototypical NFL receiver.
I think he's got some serious talent that he'll be able to be a good addition to a team.
Absolutely. Recap Cam Ward. It just pisses me off every time I look at it. You know, because I think we had a legit opportunity to go get him last year. Would have been a better season for us. I know that ship sailed, but anyway, you look up and you see him taking it number 1. And he was one of, by the way, you brought that up this morning. He was one of the ones that was not rated. So talk about the number 1 draft pick ended up being
out of the 2, that were not rated. So, I mean, he's got a big career in front of him, I think. And a lot of the other things that people were looking at and talking about was how we talked about Shador, but also Jalen Milroe.
Yeah. Where does he fall in this whole thing? So interesting to see. But anyway, we will stay up for another maybe 25 minutes or so here at Lake Martin Grocery after we go off here for TV. We're going to close it out here. We only have 1 minute left for TV Faith. So we want to tell everybody, again, how much we've enjoyed being here at Lake Martin Grocery. As you can see,
fresh
look at all the great,
produce and everything.
it's just like right behind us.
Yeah.
And
See and hear everyone coming in and out.
That's right. We're right here at the front of the store, and place is awesome. You need to check it out on Highway 49 right here on the outskirts of Stillwater, just down from Dadeville, Alabama. Again, we appreciate it.
Golf from over here.
We've been watching golf the whole time. And having Eric stop by to talk about everything was great. So
yeah,
good stuff. We're going to sign off for TV. Again, want to thank Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply Stores, J. Smith Construction and Excavation in Cincy Green.
For air that's cool and clean.
For being our corporate partners here on the program. We hope all of you have a wonderful weekend, safe weekend out there, and go be nice to people and go do some good things for faith. I'm Brett saying we've enjoyed it. We hope you have.
War Eagle.